Monday and welcome back. It is Cleopatra and I'm here with the Power of Nature morning show at Wild Out Radio. We're at the heartbeat of the Caribbean, y'all. This is Wild Out Radio. All day, every day at Wild Out. So y'all, happy Monday. I'm glad that everybody is tuning in to us and here. I hope y'all had a really, really wonderful weekend. I hope y'all life is prosperous on this good Monday and the rest of the week, y'all. So y'all, the power of nature, I went in and created a different layout of the show today. So y'all, we're gonna see how it goes today. But before I do get into the power of nature, I seen a flyer right here, so I'm gonna just let y'all know what's going on this flyer. But winner is presenting the Festival of the West Indies, Maryland, y'all. It is Saturday, September the 18th, 2021. It's going to be a parade in the park from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. It's also going to be a concert in the park as well from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. There are going to be live performances from Eddie Charles. Eddie Charles is formerly from Traffic. Wassy, the singing MC, is also going to be performing. And also there's a steel pan, Horizon Steel Band. The DJs is going to be Trini Heat, DJ Red Asylum, and Mr. Music. More artists should be added to this as well. Druid Hill Park Field for Reptile House is where it's going to be at, y'all. So if y'all need any info, want to get some tickets or whatever, just call 410-245-0200. Online tickets, early bird tickets are also available, y'all. They are $30. Go to winner.org, and that is WIN-A.org. So y'all, that's the flyer that I see today. So y'all come out to this again, Saturday, September 18, 2021. Winner is representing this now, presenting this. So y'all, welcome back to the power of nature. It's been about 2-3 Mondays since the power of nature been on here, y'all. We've been having a lot of stuff going on in our world. So y'all, in here right now, I'm starting the power of nature with nature news, because y'all, there's so much going on in the news with everything, but what's going on with nature, people kind of push it to the side, overlook it, but we have to pay attention to what's going on in our atmosphere around us every single day, especially when it comes to climate control and controlling the climate. A lot of people, there's a big debate on climate control, and if the government is doing something with the climate, if they're making it rain, if they're making it hot, people are saying, oh, if they're controlling the climate, why are they letting forest fires just burn down in California, like blah blah blah. But y'all, so if you didn't know, climate science is supporting lawsuits that can save the world. So over time, there has been about 1,800 lawsuits that's been filed against climate control over the last 2 decades. So y'all, the scientists are stepping out and coming into support to say, hey, we need the government to be responsible for what it's doing to our area, what it is doing for the climate all around. So Pedra is a scholar of the international law at the University of Durham in UK. This news is from UK. The reason why I'm saying this news, because the scientists over there are battling to make sure that the government is responsible, which also flows into the United States as well, because the United States is also taking measures to help with climate control and the amount of electricity that is being used in the world over time. Also, with that being said, President Biden is teaming in with solar energy as well. The Biden administration has issued a plan to increase the country's reliance on solar power. So I know y'all ride around y'all neighborhoods and y'all see all of these solar panels on different people's roof. I know in the neighborhood that my aunt lives on, almost the whole cul-de-sac of people have solar panels on their house helping with energy. Solar power from like 3% to more than 10 times that amount under a year, under 30 years. So within the next 30 years, the Biden administration plans to have the entire United States living off of solar energy. The Department of Energy published a blueprint on Wednesday on how to provide 45% of the United States electricity for solar by 2050. which will improve ramping up production of solar panels and modernizing energy infrastructure across the entire country. So y'all, all of y'all people that's working with solar industries, I know a couple people that have jobs working with solar industry, y'all about to be six-figure people. Know that the world is rooting for y'all right now. President Biden is rooting for clean energy as a way for America, the world's second largest polluter, to reduce emissions and helping in tackling the global climate crisis, but also providing thousands of jobs to people as well. So y'all get ready, because solar is what it is. Everything natural energy, because solar energy is getting energy from the sun. That's why it is on the roof, because it's giving energy from the sun to provide our whole house with electricity all throughout the day and the night. So yes, y'all get with it. Hit up somebody who y'all know working for solar. Hit up the solar people and see how much it's gonna cost, because it's not cheap. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Getting solar panels put on your house is not cheap. And also, just to stay into nature and what's going on in nature, as y'all know, a lot of people right now are into organics and into eating more healthier, eating more green vegetables, fruits, and different things like that. Also, we know that the natural fruits, the alkaline fruits, are the seeded fruits. So when you're going in the grocery store and you're saying seedless tangerines, seedless oranges, those are produced somewhere. Somebody actually have a field and made these. Everything natural comes with a seed in it, is alkaline. But just to say how the world is focusing more on organics and natural, Ohio Fresh Farms is expanding its acreage to grow more fresh and organic fruits and vegetables. The farm is going to go from 45 to 90 acres, adding a new distribution center as well. According to the ProduceNews.com, with a global health crisis referring to organics has become a foundational expectation for the fresh food industry. There's a major demand on fresh fruits and vegetables, so y'all be prepared. There's going to be more and more fresh fruits and vegetables going out, because they are expanding where they grow all of the natural stuff at. And also, this Thursday, September the 16th, there is going to be a produce summit. Now, if y'all don't know what a produce summit is basically where a bunch of organizations get together and they meet with organic growers, shippers, and processors to basically network. They all get together. It's like a 2-day event with over 1,000 people exchanging ideas, information, and insights about organic, fresh produce. How to ship it, how to grow it, how to get it out there to the world. This is going to be held Thursday, September the 16th, 2021, in Monterey, California. Also, they are doing like kind of virtual, so just go to Produce Summit website. Produce Summit has its own little link and all of that. So go to the Produce Summit if you want to get some information, if you want to donate, you want to help out to them being able to come up with ideas on how we can get more of freshness throughout our whole society. So that's all I have right now on nature news for now. So y'all, but what I do want to come to y'all with, because I've been coming across like all of these little interesting facts about everything, literally about everything. I've always been one to like watch National Geographic, everything. I kind of watch Discovery all of the time. I watch Animal Planet a lot. I'm always watching stuff, even from a child, that consists of like the earth, nature, animals, and different things. Hence the reason why I'm so scared of animals, because I watch them live so much. I know what they truly are. That's why I'm scared of cats and dogs. I know what they really are. They're killers. So y'all, just real quick, the segment that I'm adding to Cleopatra's Nature, the Power of Nature today is Did You Know? So y'all, I'm going to give y'all 5 Did You Know facts. And these facts are all about Africa. Now y'all, Africa is the motherland, the homeland, is so rich and prosperous. The media only shows us the poor side of Africa. It only shows us the poverty, which in return, every country has rich and poor. Every country has city and a countryside. Everybody has a little bit mixed in their country all the time, but the media only really focus on the negative parts of Africa, which, Africa is feeding and providing natural resources to the entire world, always have and always will. Africa is the only one that's literally grounded because everything else broke away from this ridge. But also, did you know that almost half of the gold ever mined on Earth came from which water ran South Africa? Now, which waters ran actually means the ridge of white waters due to the fact that the land is being formed by erosion resistance quartzite metamorphic rock. Now, this rock is the rock that holds all the gold inside of it. Now, on these rocks, they have north flowing rivers forming waterfalls all over them. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. So when y'all do go on YouTube and watch this video, I am gonna put pictures of which waters ran South Africa so y'all can see the ridge of white waterfalls that's flowing through this prosperous place. And over half of the gold in the world has came from here, and yet and still they say Africa is poor, but that's neither here nor there. Did you know that Africa has more than 2,000 recognized languages due to the fact that Africa at once had 10,000 different states? And in these 10,000 different states and anonymous groups, they all speak their own language. They all have their own customs and values. Now, this was way before the colonial rule, so I want y'all to keep in mind that the Sahara Desert is bigger than the United States itself. So to hear that Africa had 10,000 different states is not really surprising, considering that just the Sahara itself is bigger than the United States. The Sahara Desert has 9.4 million square kilometers, with less than 9 miles separating from Africa to Europe. At the Strait of the Gibraltar between Morocco and Spain is only like 9 miles. So, hello to everybody that is watching my live on Facebook right now. And also, Zambia. Did you know that Zambia had a space program in the 1960s? So, yes, Zambia, Africa had a space program called the Zambian National Academy of Science, Space Research, and Philosophy. Now, this science program did not last that long because the Zambians were in so much competition with the United States at the time trying to send the first person to the moon. So the Zambians actually reached out to all of these organizations to get funding to help them be able to build the machinery that they needed and get the resources that they needed to help send their people to the moon. But of course, because it was Zambians that was asking for the help, literally everyone who they reached out to, every organization that they reached out to, denied them. So the Space Center did not last for that long in Zambia. And also, did you know that Nigeria has the highest number of twins born in the entire world? I thought that was nice. I got a sister. I call her my twin. We're not twins, but we are twins. So, yes, I thought that was cool that Nigeria had the most number of born twins in the world. And also, so for my fifth Did You Know today, y'all, now as y'all know, I'm a braider. I taught myself how to braid at 12 years old. I've always did braids. I've always did hair. That's how I knew that, me and locks would get along just fine because I've always wore braids. So, y'all, did you know that slaves used cornrows as a way to make maps and escape routes during slavery? Now, y'all, I did further go and do my research on this, but I was given this Did You Know tip by Caitlin. Caitlin did yesterday. I was on the phone with her and she was like, oh my God, we was talking about braids, and she was like, oh, I came across this fact that slaves use cornrows as a way to make maps to slavery. So I did go in and research that. So in Colombia, there was a enslaved king called Binko's Bayo of Africa. Now, King Benkos did escape slavery, and when he escaped slavery, he built a village in San Basilio de Palaxa. He built a village in North Colombia. That was a long word. And this was in the 17th century. He created his own language, his own intelligence network, and braids for maps for women. He also encouraged the women to decorate their hair with seeds and different things like that, so when they got to wherever they was going, once they escaped, they were still able to feed themselves. They were still able to crop and grow food. Hence, that's why a lot of the things that we see in America got here, got there, got all over the place from Africa, because they were actually using their hair as a way to smuggle in seeds, using it as decoration so they can still feed their families when they get free. Now, this village that he built was a refuge for escaped slaves to help them get back on their feet. It had a population of about 3,500 people in this village. So, yeah, y'all, that's all my did you knows for today. Now, the fact about the cornrows is so amazing. When I do the video, I am going to put some of the designs and some of the braids on here. I'm going to also put it on my Instagram, because I want to braid a couple people hair in these wonderful, wonderful designs, because the smaller braids initiated, like, they represented the roads that they were supposed to travel. All of the twines, the winds, and all of that we see in our braids are actually roads that the slaves traveled throughout the day. Nobody would expect that, we had maps braided in our hair as a way to get free from wherever we went. Now, keeping in mind that King Benkos, he knew these routes because he was an escaped slave himself, so he knew exactly where he was going and exactly what he was doing, and he was able to tell the women, hey, braid your hair like this and go and get more people. So, y'all, right now, the topic that I'm going to talk about today, I've talked about before. I talked about it maybe a little over a year ago. It actually was my first video that I ever made on my YouTube channel, Seamoss, Irish Moss. The reason why I'm talking about it again is because it is in such high demand. With it being in such a high demand, I keep hearing people ask, well, what is Seamoss for? Why is everybody so crazy about Seamoss? What is Seamoss doing for everybody? So, y'all, what Seamoss is doing, Seamoss is a natural source of carrageenan. 55% of its volume is carrageenan. Now, carrageenan is like a vegan alternative for gelatin. And not only that, carrageenan is large, flexible molecules that form curl helical structures, which give it the ability to form different gels at room temperatures. Now, there's several different kinds of Seamoss, but there's one type of Seamoss that does not gel. It's only used as a thickening agent, and I will tell y'all about that shortly. But also, Seamoss, our body requires 102 minerals to function properly every single day. Seamoss has 92 to 101 of those minerals that our body needs to function properly every day. It contains things like calcium, magnesium, sulfur, iron, zinc, cholesterol, selenium, folate, potassium, copper, riboflavin, and the list goes on and on and on when it comes to Seamoss, Irish moss. But Seamoss does act as an expectorant. It expels mucus from the lungs. It helps the skin create collagen, especially when it's taken with a natural herbal vitamin C as well. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. It strengthens connective tissue, and it accelerates recovery from joint issues as well, and it also boosts your connective tissues. So Seamoss is actually doing so many things to us. I know it's corona outside, it's full of minerals, it's full of vitamins, it helps with colds, flus. The biggest thing for me is the mucus, especially when it comes to smokers, because Seamoss does help clear your passage. It helps clear out the airway from all of the smoke, inflammation, and all of that kind of stuff. It is a natural inflammatory as well that strengthens again the connective tissues and accelerates recovery from joint injuries. It soothes our digestive tract and relieves gas, ulcerative conditions. It helps with thyroid health. It actually has a time release effect. It's an antioxidant. So the different species of Seamoss actually help us with different things. Species of the red algae, which grows along the rocks of the ocean sea, is very big in Europe and North America. Seamoss is really good for smokers because of the potassium chloride. It dissolves mucus and soothes inflammation all at the same time. Again, now carrageenan is a vegan alternative for gelatin. So anybody who is vegan and looking for an alternative for gelatin, you didn't know Seamoss was an alternative, it is. You can eat Seamoss, you can use it externally, you can use it in your scalp, you can use it for so many different things. I myself, I do Seamoss face masks all the time. I got that tip from Lovely G. So I do use Seamoss face masks because I really like the way that it does my skin. Sometimes I put it on, let it dry, and I'll sleep in and then wake up and rinse it off my face the next morning or whatever. But we commonly use the Pulsa Palmaria. Also, there is another one. It is a microscopic Seamoss. It's like bluish green. It lives in fresh water. It's mostly in Mexico and Africa, and they use this as a source of protein. And also, Seamoss is really rich in iodine. It's good for thyroid health. It helps produce the hormones to regulate our metabolism as well. And then the red algae Seamoss is rich in vitamin A, very rich in vitamin A. Also, it is an antimicrobial and it has antiviral agents that helps get rid of any infection. The vitamin K, it's a dietary fiber. It has dietary fibers and different things in it, and it is the only plant-based source of thyroid hormones as well. So y'all, get with Seamoss. Bring you some Seamoss in. You can definitely mix it with so many different things. I know me, I mix my Seamoss. Sometimes I have it with honey. Sometimes I had to have it with elderberry. I really love the Seamoss and the elderberry mix. It's like a team guru. They go in and help kill everything. Seamoss is also A1 for stuff like bronchitis, pneumonia, tuberculosis, soothing the digestive system, alleviating acid reflux and stomach ulcers as well. And Seamoss also helps maintain healthy red blood cells, which is really good for people with anemia, because people with anemia, of course, their red blood cells are not acting properly to keep, and they get cold all the time. And it acts as a mild laxative as well. Again, I use Seamoss as a face mask because Seamoss does help with skin problems, rashes, eczema, psoriasis, sunburn, different types of things that you can use Seamoss for. Seamoss is just an all-around guru for health and staying healthy and strong as well. So y'all, make sure y'all get y'all some Seamoss. Make sure y'all tune in, get y'all some Seamoss, order from somewhere. At this point, Cleopatra's Nature is not really selling Seamoss. I did take Seamoss off of my website because it's not something that my people per se order all the time, but I will give y'all some links on some different people who y'all can get Seamoss and stuff like that from. Me personally, I'm hand making everything else. I don't really want to sit and just be making Seamoss all the time either. So yes, I did slack away from making Seamoss, but I know a couple people who do make Seamoss. I know there's a Seamoss supplier right here at Wild Out Radio. I believe his name is Derek. But the thing with their Seamoss is it's for major companies or whatever. They sell major supplies of Seamoss all throughout the DMV. So y'all, get with me. If y'all want some Seamoss, hit me up and I can put y'all to people who got some proper Seamoss for y'all or whatever. And I'm not going to say I won't ever make Seamoss, because I do make Seamoss sometimes to order. It just depends on how I'm feeling. But also, just to get away from Seamoss for one second, I do want to talk about blood pressure real quick. Just because Seamoss is one of the things that kind of helps regulate the blood pressure, I do want to talk about blood pressure and different things that people can do, because in the beginning I was suffering from high blood pressure. In my mind, I've subsided my blood pressure. My PCP says that my levels are okay. I haven't been going in and they like, oh my God, I think we need to send you to the hospital because your blood pressure is through the roof. I haven't had those issues when I went and did my physical. I didn't have an issue with them telling me that my blood pressure was high, because back in the day, going to the doctor for anything and they had to check my blood pressure. I remember one time I was trying to donate plasma, and they wouldn't let me donate plasma because my blood pressure was too high. So of course 3 years ago, when I went to Jamaica and learned about all of these wonderful herbs and everything that nature provided for us, I was able to naturally start doing things that could help with my blood pressure. Especially, like, the first thing I did was garlic water. Every morning I dropped a clove of garlic in the water. I let it sit for about 30 minutes, and that would be the first beverage that I would drink. But staying healthy on good fruits and vegetables, they contain high percentages of antioxidants that protects our arterial wall from plaque deposit. So if you're suffering from hypertension, high blood pressure, things like cabbage, tomatoes, oranges, grapes, seeded peaches all help with leveling out your high blood pressure. And also magnesium is also found in heart muscles as well. So always try to be mindful. That's why I started kind of saying more of what the vitamins and minerals is in everything that I'm using, because we all have to remember in our mind, like, every vitamin and every mineral has its own benefit and what it's doing for us. Red potatoes are very high in potassium as well. High potassium foods actually expel excess sodium from the body. So y'all, I'm going to say this to y'all again. Foods that's high in potassium expel excess sodium from the body, which means high potassium foods get salt out of your body. Salt is what causes high blood pressure a lot of the time. Most of the time, majority of the time. And also, fruits that contain fiber help lower blood pressure as well, while eliminating waste from the arteries as well. So wild and brown rice is a go-to. Brown rice is something that I have switched over to. I haven't bought white rice in a long time. I haven't even bought white cornmeal in a long time, because I'm trying to eliminate all white things out of my house. Literally. Everything white ain't right. I was always told that as a child, and now growing up and digging into nature and the benefits of fruits and vegetables and everything healthy, I'm starting to learn that statement is true. White salt ain't right. White sugar ain't right. White flour ain't right. So y'all, avoid this stuff, for real. If you got high blood pressure, avoid salty foods just all the way around. Don't even do it. Get you some Mrs. Dash. Do natural seasonings. When I'm saying natural seasonings, sweet peppers, onions, basil, thyme, oregano, pimento. Do natural seasonings instead of salty food. If you're a cook, you're a cook. If you're a cook, you don't need no powder. For real. If you're a cook, you don't need that powder seasoning. For real. Real cooks don't need powder seasoning. There's so many natural seasonings out there in the world. Turmeric as well, one of those things. Yes, use it, consume it. Let it help your body. Also, if you have high blood pressure, stay away from canned foods. Food in a can is just not good for nobody all the way around. You know, I'm from the South. I hear people all the time, pack your house with canned goods, be prepared for a natural disaster, this and this and this. But canned goods are actually full of salt that sits in that can. All of that bacteria is full of salt. It's just not really good for you, no matter how many times you wash it, rinse it, or whatever. Also, be mindful of the amount of dairy that you are eating, cheese, different things like that. Be cautious. Also, try to be mindful of how late you are consuming food. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. That's my biggest problem because I do immediate fasting every single day. I haven't even had anything to eat today yet because I do intermediate fasting every single day. It actually started off as an accident with me doing this fasting because I was just eating when my body got hungry, and then I became friends with like a workout guru and a nutritionist, and he, was telling me about all of these fasting tips and tricks and all this, and he like, hey, you already been fasting, just be more mindful and more cautious of how you're fasting, what you're doing, and different things like that or whatever. So, herbs to open up blood vessels in your artery walls. They contain natural alkalines, rich minerals, herbs that are rich in iron, fruits, vegetables, seasonings that are rich in iron and help lower the blood pressure. It's like cayenne, black cohosh, yellow dock, basil. Basil is my go-to. I love basil. I grow basil at home. I've been growing my own basil for years. It's also something that I drink on a regular basis. One of the beginning things that I started for the lowering the high blood pressure was the basil and the garlic. I still use basil. I grow basil outside on my balcony. I literally do. Oregano and fennel is also something else that's really rich in iron as well to help. Now, y'all, just keep in mind that fruits and vegetables that's high in potassium expel the sodium from the body. So consume more potassium and get some of that salt out. A lot of people been saying that they had cramps, they cramping, this and that and the other. Bananas is also a go-to when it comes to cramps. Anytime I have a cramp or any type of thing like that, I'm always going to bananas because bananas is full of potassium and something that will help get those cramps, those Charlie horses, and everything out of your body. So y'all, just be mindful. And then another thing with potassium rich fruits and vegetables is that potassium is really good for liver health as well. So keeping in mind that you're helping your liver and you're helping your high blood pressure, hypertension by consuming more things that is rich in potassium, like raisins, prunes, kelp, almonds, bananas, literally. And also consume water, for real. Consume water. Make sure you get enough water because you have to, in order for you to put these things in your body and actually get it out, you need water to push it out. Our body is 70% water and we need to put that water in. I always ask people, what does the water in your body look like? Because if we're only drinking sodas, these juices with all this saturated fat and sugars and different things in it, we're actually not cleaning the water that's already in our body or whatever. So make sure you just determine how much water you need, divide your weight into 2 and take that number into ounces. And yeah, spring water is my favorite kind of water. It's a debate on what kind of water, alkaline water. I did go and purchase a case of alkaline water and I hated that water. I really did. I didn't like the alkaline water. I didn't like the taste. It tasted like tap water to me. I just wasn't really feeling it, and it gave me a headache. So I wasn't, my system didn't agree with that alkaline water at all. And also different other things that you can help with liver health and blood pressure is fennel, cabbage, plum, tomatoes, okra. Okra is one of my favorites. I talk about okra all the time. I eat it all the time. I actually made a video on Instagram about okra and a post. Asparagus, rosemary, dandelion greens, lemon juice, prune juice, apple juice, literally fresh. So when we going in the market and we buying different things and we like, oh, this is a juice, this is a fruit juice, this is beneficial for me, like start turning around and looking at the nutritional value because one of my favorite brands of juices, I love the juice, drink it all the time, and I was so disappointed because I was sitting at the little bar in my apartment and I turned and I just so happened to look and see that this juice said 2% of juice. And I literally almost dropped a tear because I'm like, this juice made me like suck my tongue and all kind of stuff. So I'm like, for it to have a 2% juice, I was very, very disappointed and upset that I had been bamboozled by this juice because it told me that it was natural. It told me that it was good juice, and when I actually paid attention to the label and what it had on it, it only had 2% juice in it. So y'all, first things first, the best thing we can do is buy our own real seeded fruits and just juice that junk yourself, because people are adding any and everything to everything these days. Also, rosemary and apples boost the efficiency of the liver. Asparagus stimulates the liver function. Dandelion cleanses the liver. Ginger has 8 properties that shield the liver. Lemon transport oxygen to the liver to get rid of all fatty buildup. And prune juice rids the liver of every form of dirt. Rosemary strengthens a weak liver and rejuvenates it, brings it back A1. So y'all, again, this is the heartbeat of the Caribbean Wild Out radio station. Cleopatra's Nature, the Power of Nature morning show every Monday at 10 a.m. Tune in. You can always find me on. I did make a Cleopatra's Nature Facebook page finally. I've actually made it for like a couple weeks, maybe a month or so. So y'all, for all of y'all Facebook lovers, y'all can go to Facebook and find Cleopatra's Nature. On my personal Facebook page, Cleopatra Shun, I normally post everything on there as well, but not as much as Instagram. Instagram is my go-to. So if you really want to see what Cleopatra's Nature, what Cleopatra Shun has going on, Instagram is your best bet. I do record all of these videos that I'm doing. I record videos at home and different things, and I also put them onto my YouTube channel. So anybody who's interested in the YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe. I thank you in advance for going to the YouTube channel. So y'all, if you have, and also my Etsy store, everything that you can order from Cleopatra's Nature is on the Etsy store. I'm not going to say everything because I have some stuff that is not on the Etsy store, but you can always call me 202-344-6316. You can call me and make braid appointments. You can call me and ask me questions about herbs. I have a lot of people calling me, asking me questions, asking me, can I do a video on this? What is good for this, that, and the third? Those are the type of things that actually boost me and make me keep on going and keep doing this, because I originally started this herbal journey just for myself, but when I seen the glow that it was putting on my skin, I seen that I wasn't getting headaches like I used to get headaches. I wasn't sweating as much. My body was literally changing inside and out, and I had to tell somebody, so I did. So y'all, yes, tune in every Monday. Tune in to YouTube as much as possible. I'm always doing new stuff, but again, I do want y'all to be mindful of the health summit, the produce summit that is this Thursday, September the 16th in Monterey, California. I'm excited about it. I am going to watch their live. I wish I could be there. Maybe next year I will be there. Cleopatra's Nature will try to get in this produce summit next year, y'all. It's amazing. Organizations is meeting with people like me. Y'all, I can be a part of this produce summit because organizations are meeting with people like me, organic growers, shippers, processors, literally to network and come up with ideas on how we can provide the entire world with natural things, literally. Herbs, vegetables, fruits, vitamins, minerals, literally. The health summit. So y'all tune into the health summit because it is going to be wonderful and amazing. And also, before I get out of here, I do want to remind y'all again that winter is representing the Festival of the West Indies, Maryland, y'all. Saturday, September 18th, 2021. Be there or be square. Do not miss the parade, y'all. It is in there. Do not miss the concert that's in the park. It's going to be amazing. Y'all tune in. And also, y'all need tickets. The early bird tickets is $30. Winner.org is where you can go for these early bird tickets. That is win-a.org. So y'all, get in there. Red Asylum is a really good DJ. I've heard him DJ on several events. The crowd was amazing. Trini Heat is a DJ, and Mr. Music is also another DJ as well. And there's also going to be more DJs and artists that's going to be added to this event. So y'all, just be there or be square. It's in the park this weekend. Druid Hill Park is near the field for Reptile House. So y'all get to it at Druid Hill Park this weekend. So y'all, thank y'all for tuning in and watching the Power of Nature radio show. I am out. I'm going to see y'all later in the week. See y'all on YouTube and Instagram. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday.